time they shine your light in the sky, don't go to it. The bat is dead. Bury it. Consider this mercy.
Tell me. Do you bleed? You will.
Okay, welcome to another edition of the Catalal podcast. And today I'll be featuring Superman, the animated series, season 2, episodes 19 to 21. Watch along. And yes, Sin Havoc is in the chat. Hi, man. Uh, let's check this out first. So we're in the road to 500 subs. I hope to reach 500 subs by the end of 2024. And here's hoping that we reach it. Thank you for all the subscribers. Thank you for all the viewers of my of this podcast. And yes, wait. I'm rewatching Twilight of the Gods. It's so awesome. Anyway, we're in. We're starting the watch along. Everybody switch to whatever player they have for Superman the animated series, and I'll be featuring episodes 19 to 21. It's the first episode uh, this this run is Bizarro World. Let's check it out in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Intro is still awesome after all these years. This is almost 40 years. So, hey, good evening, Sergeant Girantina's Rising Renegades. Just stopping by to say hello, man. Uh, hope you're okay. So, we celebrated Batman Day over the weekend, and my son uploaded some pictures and videos over at his Facebook account. Well, they left me at home. Bizarro world. Writer Robert Goodman. So Lois is wants to know what happened to Bizarro. I like this version better than goofball, over the top, comedic Bizarro. And the voice of Tim Daly as Superman is really awesome. To all that doesn't know, Bizarro, of course, is a failed clone for Superman developed by Lex Luthor. And when Lex didn't need him anymore, well, he tried to destroy the clone, the imperfect clone. This version is an amalgam of all the versions from the Silver Age and the John Byrne era, Man of Steel, with the updated version of Bizarro's origin. Home. This is Bizarro going to the Antarctic location for the Fortress of Solitude, which was a good concept, by the way, using Antarctica instead of the Arctic Circle. Look at that. Bizarro is setting the creatures inside the fortress free. And he'll be studying the orb of Brainiac's orb for Krypton, and he'll learn the history of Superman's planet as instructed by Brainiac. Who am me? So the computer, the AI, the Brainiac AI, is teaching him about the planet Krypton and about Superman, Kal-El. This is great. And Superman enters the fortress, seeing that all the animals are set free somehow. Technically, I like Tim Dallas' voice for Superman as compared with George Newbern, who is also a great Superman voice actor. And this is Bizarro causing destruction somewhere in Metropolis. It's funny how his feebled mind uh, is making this part of Metropolis into Krypton 2.0. Me make Krypton. He's redesigning and terraforming this part of Metropolis. Although this animation features animated series is directly for kids, but the themes are something that adults can enjoy. Too many chairs, me make room. He mistakenly sees the bellboy as Dada. My God. Then you have Dan Turpin and Maggie Sawyer as the leaders of the Metropolis Special Crimes Unit. So Bizarro recognized Lois Lane. This, of course, is a fantastical setting for Superman. And I think this is what uh, Johnny Poo has in store for us. I really enjoy the different ambience, the different setting for Man of Steel. It has a better grasp of the Superman myth, and it's set in a reality-based universe. I wonder what the receptions the general audience will have with David Corenswet Superman. Uh, I'm still expecting flop after flop with that movie. So Bizarro is making the moves. LOL. So timestamp 12 minutes and 50 seconds for this episode. Now Superman is bringing kryptonite. I don't think he knows that green kryptonite has no effect. He doesn't know that green kryptonite has an effect, doesn't have an effect on Bizarro. Yes, Sin, Sergeant Garantina dropped by and said hello. And yes, we all know that Flop is inbound. I don't know if you noticed that there's no there's no traction with the Superman legacy that Gunn has allegedly finished. It doesn't take long for the green kryptonite to affect affect Superman. And Sin Havoc's right. There's no hype at all for Superman L. Everything, no excitement, nothing. That's true. Lol, I misspelled the season. The childlike innocence of Bizarro is dangerous, so dangerous for for the people around him. And now Superman saves his damsel in distress and the bellboy. Lois keeps on being the damsel in distress since uh, the latter part of the Golden Age, and it's kind of redundant at this point. I liked Man of Steel's portrayal for Lois, even though when she was a damsel in distress, it was not overdone. It made sense for the number one reporter for the Daily Planet to be more, well, better, a better reporter than what's written about her throughout the years. She's not a damsel in distress. She's not a comedy relief, which is another role for Jimmy Olsen, the comic relief. BVS showed us a tough Jimmy Olsen. And to think that in the comics, Jimmy's dad was a secret agent, uh, Jack Olsen or Jake Olsen. Well, you get the picture on why Zack Snyder portrayed Jimmy or James as a double agent in BVS. Bizarro is reenacting the explosion of Krypton with missiles. Bizarro's twisted sense of justice makes him so, well, gullible. And boom, Sinhabok says, just a bunch of shills, grifters who's been twerking and begging like dogs. Hashtag puppets. They're puppets on a string. So now, Superman just brought Bizarro to a new planet. Crypto is an alien dog like creature that looks uncannily the same as that those robot design of in Legion of Superheroes, the series. Anyway, that's it for this episode. All right, now we shift gear into the next episode. This is episode 20, The Hand of Fate. This is technically the first uh, comic book animated appearance in the 90s for Dr. Fate. The hashtag for JLA2 in theaters is getting more support from the group we belong will formerly belong to. I don't know, man. The setting is the Metropolis Museum, the Department of Archaeology, the Hand of Fate. written by Hilary Bader and Stan Berkovich, and directed by Dan Reba. Zealots. Well, it can't be helped because we do have the freedom to like anything we do, and this is ancient writings for so it's the animated version of Ian Carcool. Carcool is of course the enemy of Dr. Fate in the comics and also appeared in various Justice Society issues throughout the years. That sponsorship is ending. it it has a bad ending. That sponsorship. The museum thief somehow transformed himself into a freaking Cthulhu like creature. Uh, that's it's Korku. One of the most confusing aspects of the DC multiverse was they had versions of every character. They had, and then they streamlined it to have no difference at all. Yes, sin. This is Cthulhu Legends in animation. So this is Magic versus Superman, and Superman is vulnerable to magic. That's why if you strength for strength, if you pit Superman and Captain Marvel, that's Shazam to all of you. Shazam, Captain Marvel will always win. And of course, Jimmy Olsen as this off oaf. Superman is invulnerable, but in dealing with magic, he can be hurt, he can be sliced, he can be cut. Now I wonder why the Superman mythos designed such a weakness that aside from kryptonite, Superman is vulnerable to magic. This man, this is scary. The design, if done in live version or in CGI AI, is a bit scary. This is the representation of the Lord of Chaos, which is, of course, the opposite of Dr. Fate, who is an agent of order, a lord of order. This is as Sin always says, old world myth. Timestamp 6 minutes and 53 seconds for this episode. Rain song, right? The old world is coming back with a vengeance. Feels like it. It feels like it. Sin. So we're in Salem, Massachusetts, the Tower of Fate. It's Inza Nelson, the wife of Kent Nelson, Dr. Fate. In the 80s, there was a different Dr. Fate, uh, Eric Strauss, and somehow Linda Strauss. They don't make cartoons like this anymore. That's true, man. That's true. They make cartoons like My Adventures with Superman. Who portrays Superman as a crybaby? The voice of Doctor Fate here is not the voice used in the Justice League cartoon show. Just like Superman's voice was recasted, Doctor Fate's voice was also recasted. But the use of Fur of the mummy, and yep, my crappy cartoons for uh, my adventures with Superman. Although I didn't do a watch along for that series. It's the DC fan in me still watching, even if the materials are crap. The Ankh symbol is being used as this series, and the use of magic and talismans is somehow not really science fiction. but part of another genre of uh, of our medium, which is pulp. The helmet of fate is throbbing. I can't watch that trash. I tried. One episode was more than enough. Oh well, yeah. Everyone has choices, and I can't do a rewatch for my adventures with Superman anymore. I just can't, and I can't get Yui's face off my mind whenever I see that cartoon. Man, they transformed into monsters here. They just had a few episodes for Superman, only one, two, three, 4 seasons, and the fourth season is just, I think, 2 or 3 episodes long, which was weird. Superman is not as big as Batman. Oops. New Agers. Jimmy just transformed into another creature. And of course, Lois. They keep on pushing for the Superman and Lois love angle always. And the new 52 was such a different universe since it didn't feature Superman and Lois, but Superman and Wonder Woman, which was a fresh love love angle for the Man of Steel. Only Bruce Timm wanted the Batman Wonder Woman tandem, probably taken from something Joe Kelly wrote in the early 2000s. Timestamp 15 minutes and 55 seconds. Superman is having a hard time battling these magical creatures, which is technically his friends. And, ignorance is bliss because with Superman's ethics, he won't fight these creatures because, well, And finally, Dr. Fate appears. Fate. What has been made cannot be unmade. That's the principle of matter. Matter can't be destroyed, only change. Man, this cartoon is better, keeps getting better throughout the years. Then, man, that creature, dark creature, is so scary. Man, I keep getting late for the shift in titles. And the artifact absorb Karkul and the other creatures that possess the people around, including Lois and Jimmy. Dr. Fate is something else. We have Dr. Fate in the Superman animated series, and we have the demon that which was first featured in the Batman animated series of that same time period. So we're in episode 21 with the title of this episode is Prototype. You know why this cartoon is better than usual because of the people behind the creation of Superman, the animated series, along with Batman, the animated series. And if you leave Bruce Timm to his own devices, well, we'll get shows like a movie like Batman and Harley Quinn, which was ah, and we'll have the series of Batman Cape Crusaders, who was so. But since I'm a DC Comics fan, man, that creature reminds me of the Carton. Yeah, with tentacles and all. Penguina. Yeah. Hey, did you watch the Penguins first episode at HBO Go at HBO? I watched it last night, and I gotta tell you, man, they recasted uh, Carmine Falcone. It's not the same actor that appeared in the Batman. It's technically Mark Strong. It was surprisingly good. Well, it will still have a wait and see attitude for that series, although the Penguin is showing that he's a mastermind, criminal mastermind. After all, he manipulated uh, Sophia Falcone or Sophia Falcone. It's awesome to see. The prototype armor. I don't remember when the prototype was created in comics, or is this a pure animated animated villain? HBO does good series, if you notice, but I don't know if they can sustain the good uh, quality of their shows. I wonder if this is a setup. The contrast between Superman, the animated series, and Batman, the animated series is so obvious, where the Batman TAS was pure dark and grim. Superman is pure light and full of hope. So prototype and Superman are teaming up. Saving a cat from a burning building. Man, this is typical DC. You know, Superman sounds a bit jealous. So the problems of the prototype suit has some adverse effects. You know, hey, it's John Henry Irons, the future steel. So the suit has adverse effect on the person operating it. Ish. He he shaved his head to look like Luthor. Man, this is an example of power corrupts, and absolute power corrupts absolutely. And he disappeared. Is he going out on night patrol? So what will happen to this jackass of carnappers? And here comes prototype. Now, why is this that prototype seems to be the animated version of Gangbuster? Man, this is called power unchecked. Timestamp 10 minutes 50 seconds for this episode. Power reveals who's corruptible. Yeah, that's true. We all saw uh, what happened with the director of the creator of Superman L. Power corrupts, and it makes him so selfish. I probably will continue rewatching uh, Twilight of the Gods later. It was really intense. So, especially though with those weirdos. Yep, corruptible. Power corrupts. The saying that with great power comes great responsibility is kids' way of thinking. It doesn't work that way. A truer saying is power corrupts, and absolute power corrupts absolutely. So the difference between Superman and Lex Luthor is, although Lex Luthor is an ordinary person, he's corruptible, while Superman should not be corruptible. He showed it in the almost realistic version of the Man of Steel. Now that's a good show, of course. It's technically not for kids. Twilight of the Gods is not for kids. I'll probably do a watch along come October. I have to schedule first since I'm my September is already full. Then Luthor just took down Prototype. And the device he used was wrecked. And since Mills is already cuckoo, and well, Luthor's aquarium has a shark in it. Man, scumbag. Yeah. This guy is persistent. Superman is shown here with power limitations. His strength are not as he's not as strong as he was written in the Silver Age to the Bronze Age to pre-crisis on Infinite Earths. Everything changes when John Byrne took over Superman, the writing of Superman. Although John Byrne's storyline was cut short somehow. This is another example of an irresistible force meets uh, immovable object. Yeah. An unstoppable force versus an immovable object. I told you, life imitates art and vice versa. You said bronze, silver, and gold. That's three ages. Yep. In comics, there are various ages. First, of course, is the Golden Years, then the Silver Age, then the Bronze Age, and somehow the Modern Age keeps on changing since they can't use the term silver, bronze, and golden anymore. And Superman just electrocuted the prototype and kind of tired of doing it. And Kali Yugas, yeah. So we see John Henry Irons' appearance in the late 90s. And Superman just gave John Henry Irons an idea of what to do. And that's it for my watch along this today. And how do you rate all this episode? I rate it as an 8 over 10 for all 3 episodes. And yes, still is cool. How do you rate the episode, Sin? This is very entertaining. I like uh, this episode better than all the modern. Yes, 8 out of 10, which is really good since for an old uh, animated series. So that's it. That's it for today's show. Man, this was great having Sin Havoc on the chat. Yes, this is a classic, man. Classic cartoons. This was fun as always. It's nice to have Sin Havoc on the chat every time, and thanks for the support. And yes, to support this channel, like the damn video, and yes, like, subscribe, everything in my channel. It's for those weirdo shills. Let those weirdo shills know sell is the way. Yeah, sell is the way, and that's it for today. I'll see you in Wednesday. That's Tuesday night for you in the US. And see you guys. I'm out of here.
killing people?
They look alive to me.
Because I saved them.
Well, that's why I waited until you were there. I got the information I needed. No one died. I did it your way.
He does have a point.
I know it got lost in all the confusion, but we still have some issues to settle here. There are only heroes and there are villains.
You think yourself a hero, but you would let these criminals go free.
Heroes don't kill people.
Well, I do.